Hey, howdy, little boy to mother. Mom, when I'm a man, I want to be a liberal. Mother to little boy. Hey, you got to decide you can't be both. Hey, just saying, I carry a handgun because. And there's all kinds of reasons. So many people say to me, wow, you carry a gun. And I always say, whoa, don't be frightened. You're with the safest man in the room. I mean, really, I can protect you and I can protect myself and all kinds of things because evil exists and evil destroys good. That's their makeup. And as a Canadian, when I became a dual citizen and I was in the US of A, it was hard. When I started to carry a gun, it was difficult, and I'm over it. I got over it real quickly because you realize that there's 40 or maybe 50 million Americans doing the same thing as me. And that's a big number, and you can't tell, and the chances of my shooting somebody kind of like going to Mars, right? But if the need arose, if I was somewhere and a bad person was doing a bad thing to good people, I could help. I could become a first responder. That's a big thing to me. And my wife and I were at a movie several years ago, and it was that thing I think it was in Denver, where a guy walked into a movie theater and he killed many people, 8, 9 people. My memory's foggy, but it did happen. And so one night we were going out to a movie, and my wife came into the bedroom when I was putting my gun on, and she was annoyed at me. She said, "What are you doing?" And we're going to a movie. So anyway, I did it and carried it, and we went to a movie, and the lights were still on, and a dark man came in, young guy, and he had a big bag, and he looked suspicious. He looked around at everybody else, and my wife said to me, "Do you have a gun? Do you have your gun?" I said, "I do. I'm watching him." Anyway, he put his hand in the bag, and I was kind of getting ready. He pulled out a bag of popcorn and sat down and ate it. You're not supposed to bring your own popcorn to a movie, but just kind of an interesting story. Always be ready. And the Canadian mentality, I grew up with long guns in Canada. We all did. I don't know why. We watched The Lone Ranger and Roy Rogers, and you'd kind of think we would have wanted a handgun, but we didn't. We shot long guns, but now handguns are kind of cool, and they're the most usual and convenient and effective means of self-defense. So it's something you all should have. Never in human history has a government disarmed people for good reasons. Any government that would disarm their people cannot be trusted. Absolutely cannot be trusted. Oh, but guns kill people. Bad people kill people, not good people. And good people with guns, they're the ones that the government's after all of the time. Hey, let's jump over to the US of A here with regards to the penny. I've always been against Canada or against the notion that Canada, my words, wordage, Canada got rid of the penny years ago, and I think it's dumb. Very bad. Millions and millions of dollars every month are rounded up and rounded down, and the people lose millions of dollars a month. It's their money. And if the government can't keep track of their own money, they can't do good accounting, how do you expect the people to? But now America's talking about doing the same thing, and I think it's so bad and sad. They're saying, hey, we'll save $56 million a year if we no longer make the penny, because it costs us 4 cents to make 1 cent. I understand that, but that $56 million you're saving, there's probably $156 million now, an extra cost, an extra burden to the taxpayer, to the people that pay you. And so they haven't looked at the other side of the ledger, and I think it's bad. Even though I don't like carrying pennies around, they're a fact of life. If you want to do proper accounting, who am I to talk about accounting? But I think that's a big deal. Now, you've got Donald Trump. He's investigating the former Vice President Harris's campaign because she paid so much money to celebrities, and he says, you're buying endorsements. You paid them. The Bruce Springsteens and other people, zillions of dollars she paid out collectively to all of these people, big money. And he's saying, if they like you, they would have just come and endorsed you and sang for you for free. These are all rich people as well, Oprah and so many others. And he says that's an interference with an election. And I agree with him. I hope he takes that right to the end, because he's right. Now, New York, you have the Attorney General there, what's her name? James. And she's, being investigated now for mortgage fraud and several other things. She falsified documents and to secure favorable loan terms and so on. And now she's come back, and rather than denying it, which she kind of did before, because all she did, her defense is that Trump's bad. What kind of a defense is that? In any event, that's what she was doing. But now she is saying, hey, so what? I filled out some forms incorrectly. Big deal. Then she goes on to say this investigation into me is nothing more than retribution. Well, of course it is. I mean, almost $500 million with regards to a judgment which was on appeal against Trump, and all the things you ran for election on the base. I'm going to get Trump, elect me, and I'm going to chase him to the end of the earth. And now she says he's trying to get even. Duh. Of course he's trying to get even. Wouldn't everybody? And not only that, you did improper things. They're minor, but he did minor things too, and you didn't even have no evidence, no nothing. And you did $500 million. It's unheard of. Bah, there are no words. Now, just in February alone, Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, they found or uncovered almost $5 trillion in payments that are almost impossible to trace. 5 trillion. I mean, you got to say that slow to even get it. I mean, $5 trillion, that's just in one-stop shop. The United States paid out almost $1 billion, almost $1 trillion in interest with regards to their $36 trillion of debt. This is money, the interest money and everything else. The people work hard for that money, and the government's been stealing it, and the waste and everything else. And Musk, congratulations, you're doing a great job, and I hope you stick around a little bit longer. Look at the money he's finding. Here, in this particular case, he didn't get the money, but he found out that the money's missing, and now they're looking for it. So the bank vault's empty. Now we're going to go look for the robbers. That's kind of what's going on. Okay, lastly, and I got one last thing. Foreign lands, foreign students are coming to Harvard, and Harvard said, hey, we've got 50 some odd billion dollars, but we don't want to spend our own money. 52 million. Is it? 52 million they have in the bank. But the government gives them upwards to $3 billion a year to fund the university each and every year, research and a variety of other things. And they have all these foreign students, and they're activists, many of them. They won't give the names, and these guys, they come over and they hold the signs. In the other countries, the countries that they're from, they don't contribute in any way. And Trump is saying, we're freezing this. We're not going to pay you no more money. You're a bunch of liberal whacks anyway. I'm paraphrasing now. And these guys and girls, they come over and they hold signs, and they say, down with America, and yet we're paying them. And we're paying you billions of dollars every year. We're not going to do that anymore. And that's kind of good. I hope he stands his ground, and he will. Harvard and all you other universities, you places, you know, your comic communal, blah, 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 smarten up. Hey, y'all come back. See ya.